We are the youth.
We have a vision.
A world with zero poverty.
A world with equal rights.
Above all, living in a world with no fear.
As declared by the United Nations, education is the right of everybody. But when terrorists fights for religion through violence and hinders you from going to school, what would be its essence? Today, we react to the girl who bravely fought for her rights and spread to the world how education allowed her to see beyond her superficial. Malala opened to us that religion fights for peace and not for violence.
Terrorism, as we all know, is like a virus in the global world. It can create violence in a way that it will bring war between countries. It is stated in the crime prevention that teens have been involved in preventing crime for many years. All of them have proved their capacity and willingness to help. There are 4 things that we need to consider in order to create change and to stop terrorism, and this includes social consciousness, global regulations, rules, and economy. As part of the youth, we can create change by maintaining transparency, and this could be done when all of the nations will cooperate.
Terrorist groups exploit social, political, and economic injustices to entice young people through false propagandas that glorifies distorted ideologies. While recruiters use social media to lure teenagers down the dangerous roads. Recruitment of young people, like in the Bangsamoro region, whereas ISIS has been a great influence on their lifestyle and movements. They were taught to handle guns and fight the government without knowing the root of their cause. That is why, through education and recalibration of their own ideologies, we could transform the local communities and help in combating such extremist movements that inhabits their communities.
Peace seems to be just an idea that will never be real in our world with so much violence and terrorism. We are threatened by various forms of intimidation in an attempt to change our ideologies. In our society today, there are a lot of scenarios that fit the definition of terrorism. One example would be the president's war on drugs, as they tried to instill fear in drug pushers and users, but they went over what was necessary, resulting to extrajudicial killings. This imparted fear in the citizens of our country, which is why it fits the general definition of terrorism.
Another example of terrorism are bomb threats. These threats also instills fear among every individual that causes panic and havoc. Fortunately, these threats are hoaxes that are conveyed through the social medias. As youth, we have the responsibility of being the epitome of proper etiquette and discipline that will hopefully guide others to do the same.
As a youth in the Philippines, our role is to defend the rights and moral ideologies of those who can't fight for themselves. We have a moral obligation to stand for those who can stand for their own, against overwhelming threats and coercion.
Social media is the primary mode of transmission of knowledge nowadays. With one click of a button, a certain ideology can reach a wide audience. Being both social media users and influencers, the youth has a big effect on increasing or decreasing the effects of terrorist threats. To be an effective user and influencer, the youth must develop critical thinking, which can only be done when education is involved. It is noticeable that the youth is evolving into social media activists and social activists, meaning that they want radical change. Now, this immense desire for change is what is targeted by terrorists in order to poison their thoughts with false ideologies and beliefs. But with education and critical thinking, they will not be easily influenced to follow a violent path for change. Instead, they will become proponents for world peace and advocates against terrorism.
Being a social media user and influencer obliges one to develop advocacies on the current pressing issues in the society. Because of social media, users become the first-hand witnesses of terrorism around the world. This brought up the formation of campaigns of peace and the establishment of governmental and non-governmental organizations as advocates of human welfare. For the youth, as woke millennials living in a cybernetic era, where social media plays a vital role in our lives, we too can be proponents of peace and the bridge towards the ideal world where everyone is in harmony. There are simple ways to live out this advocacy, and the key to achieve these ways is for one to become a critical thinker.
First, avoid the spreading of fake news and news that can cause mass hysteria or fear. Always be aware of the reliable pages and sites where you can get relevant and timely information about current news, specifically about terrorism and violence. Second, do not believe and immediately agree on people, may it be a prominent person or not, who post about their ideologies or opinions without evaluating whether it is pro-peace, pro-human, or not. Do not rely your stand on peace and against terrorism on someone's belief just because he or she is someone you look up to or someone who is famous and prominent. Your stand on a certain issue should always originate from your awareness of the said topic, and of course, it should be based on your critical thinking. Third, do not promote and tolerate discrimination and racism. These two things are the root cause of crimes and terrorism around the world. Thus, sharing information and tolerating acts about racism and discrimination are contradictory propositions on advocating world peace. And lastly, because social media is a platform of world connectivity and communication, utilize it to relay your opinions about what is really going on in the countries experiencing terrorism, how it affects the lives of the innocent, how to attain world peace, law and order, your campaign's vision and mission, and what is the essence of becoming an advocate of peace.
As the youth and future leaders of tomorrow, we are tasked with the responsibility of supporting the pillars of the community held up by the government and the men and women who risk their lives to protect us. But to promote peace in times of peril, we should follow in the footsteps of Leila Jan, the youngest winner of the Nobel Peace Prize. Integrating this ideology with the power of social media, of which the youth are well versed in, we can advocate for this peace through the use of good information dissemination. We are living in a post-truth society because of social media, which means that people are more prone to believe news from questionable sources. This can cause unnecessary anxiety, otherwise known as fear-mongering, which causes more harm to the community. As well-versed users of social media, we should use this advantage to help our fellow men by making sure that the information being spread to the community are from credible news sources and that the information is the truth. Because after all, awareness is the first step to any great movement.
We are the youth. We support the fight for life.